There is a community in uproar tonight over a proposed data center. These are stories that have been emerging all across the state, and this one right now is unfolding on the northwest side of Indianapolis, over in Pike Township. A communication technology company now is making plans for a massive 20,000 square foot facility there. But tonight, our Logan Gay talked to some neighbors who say, not so fast.
Yeah, that's right. Neighbors came tonight ready with questions for American Tower's company's attorneys, but the representatives postponed their appearance until January 14th. That's the day before the zoning hearing. And even so, residents refuse to let the delay stop the discussion. Community members are gearing up to fight a multi-billion-dollar corporation over plans to build a data center in their neighborhood.
I know that we are David taking on Goliath, but David won that fight and we out here and we're going to win this fight too.
The Goliath in this story is American Tower Corporation. They're proposing a 20,000 square foot data center on 70th and Township Line Road, right in Erica May's backyard.
I do not want a data center that close to me. First of all, it's in the middle of a residential area, residential neighborhood, and secondly, it will have detrimental impacts on the environment that's around us. The trees, the wildlife, the people, the air, not to mention the electricity bill going up, the water bill going up.
Megan Anderson with Protect Pike Township says they're disappointed the representatives from American Tower chose not to come to this meeting.
They say they'll come the night before our zoning hearing, that's January 14th. And that's not enough time for the community to understand this project and also to express how they feel about it.
Others in the room say their absence says it all.
That's an insult, you know. They certainly could make time for, if they really care about the community, have any interest at all, they'd be here to talk about what benefits they're going to bring. And if no benefits, at least being honest about the impact it's going to have.
The proposed data center would also sit near Carrie Michael Mander's home.
I think the state, particularly, and the city need to take a firm view and make sure that we have the policies and guardrails to make sure that the community is not hurt.
And they left with more questions than answers. So no one in favor of the proposed data center spoke tonight at the meeting, and the next zoning public meeting is on January 15th unless there is a continuance. We did reach out to American Tower for a comment, but have not heard back.
Thank you. Also tonight, we're getting some fresh insight into a data center coming to Morgan County, south of Indianapolis. Google leaders are now promising that they'll be good neighbors as they prepare to break ground there. This is a 550-acre development in Monrovia, and now people with Google say that the company has agreed to pay for all of its electricity uses and any new grid infrastructure. They also say they won't use any on-site groundwater, and they plan to report their water usage in its annual environmental report. Morgan County officials call the project, quote, the next generation of economic stability. Some neighbors, however, are not convinced. In fact, some are suing to stop the project, claiming there's just not enough information to proceed.
On exactly how many millions of gallons of water they're pulling, where they're pulling it from. Why do we have to get this information from a press release? We should be getting this information from our government, who is holding them accountable. I don't want it on your environmental page, Google. I want it from my government.
Construction now is set to start in February. Google is getting a 50% abatement on property taxes for 10 years on those new data center buildings that they're going to be constructing. In exchange, the company will give $1 million to the Monroe Gregg schools, churches and Mission Food Bank, and also the Community Foundation of Morgan County.